With my workbench almost complete, I just need to make a few more things, like bench dogs. I've got these lovely bench dog holes, so my simplest form, sticking a 19mm hardwood dowel in my 19mm bench dog holes. Fortunately this is a bit long, so I have trimmed them down. And the first prototype is just a small length of it, enough to go through, with a small notch out for when you're butting a piece of wood up against it. You just want that little bit of catch. Most wood you deal with is square, so having a square catch is a lot nicer. Now these are great, but a 19mm dowel and a 19mm hole has the tendency to fall through as the fibres of the bench dog hole start to wear, as well as the compression on the bench dogs. They just lose, a fraction of a mil, and that's enough that eventually they fall through. The next stage is adding this little latch. This latch is spring-loaded, so it provides enough friction that that's not going to fall from gravity. Now I can still push that through if I wanted to, or push it back up, but I don't have the issue of my bench dogs falling through. The beauty of this type of bench dog is that it cost me all of, well, it was probably $4 for the metre or so dowel, and this is left over. And then these latches, I got 4 of them for about $7. So here's a close-up of that first bench dog. It's just a simple piece of dowel that measures 110mm with a notch cut out of it. Nice, smooth finish. Used a sharp chisel, and used a great wood like the same note. Well, it's not super hardwood, it's the same as rock as rock maple should make on the States. It's relatively soft hardwood. Now that gives us a much smoother finish. So put this out. That way, workplace, if you haven't cut down too hard. That being said, is quite soft hardwood, so not too likely to actual hardwood with the now, as it is, that wood works quite well, but again, it will fall down. So if we look at these little latches, these are known as single ball latches or bullet latches. They're cabinet things. They come in a packet of bits and pieces. You got your brass screws and the keeper. So this goes on one side of your door, and that'll lock in like that, or something. I don't know. I didn't buy it for the latch. I bought it for the single ball latch rather than the keeper piece. Position-wise, wherever you like. I've found a bit higher than halfway up is good. These happen to be 9mm latches. Using 19mm or 3/4 inch dowel, I'd recommend probably 6mm, but I couldn't find 6mm latches. Now on this first bench dog, I drilled the hole and realised the lip of this would sit proud of that hole. So I just used a chisel to pare away. A good sharp chisel will make paring quite an easy job on straight grained wood. An alternative way is to measure the outside of this, 11.49. I've got an 11.9mm drill bit I use for pin turning. So if we drill a pilot hole first to accept the outside, then come back with the 9mm drill bit and drill the full depth, it should fit. Ball just protrudes over the edge. So, in theory, you do that and it won't go anywhere. Likewise with the chiselled out version, it'll sit there because of friction. So the drilled version probably looks a bit nicer. This is probably a bit easier, although a bit more time consuming. You can then coat them with Danish oil or an oil-based finish rather than something like polyurethane, which will increase the diameter as the poly sits as a thin film on top of it. It probably doesn't matter, these aren't going to mar the surface with whatever finish they've got on them. I might use the Danish oil just so that it stands out a little better. And there you go with a coat of Danish oil on. It's still a bit damp. That looks actually a bit nicer. I'll put a link in the description for the eBay store I got the ball catches off. Thanks for watching.